This new moon in Cancer slash Ashleysha cycle could be helping us answer the question, how can we turn the venom into medicine? Ashleysha is represented by the coiled snake. The deity Sarpas, or snake, or also known as Nagas, represents Ashleysha. Ashleysha's zodiacal span is 16 and 40 degrees to 30 degrees of nurturing and healing Cancer, and is ruled by the planet Mercury, the scientific, skilled, and intelligent Mercury. Ashleysha Nakshatra's significations are competitiveness, coldness, ego, craftiness, manipulation, conflict, drama, sedition, and secrecy. Now that's on the darker side, okay? That's on the darker side. But on the more positive side, Ashleysha represents medicine and pharmaceuticals. The gods related to the planet Mercury have connections to snakes, as you can see here. Hermes has the caduceus, which has two snakes and a staff, which represents pharmaceuticals and health. And Papa Legba has the snake around his neck. Thoth is connected to the snake. And also Buddha, the Hindu god that represents Mercury, has a connection to the snake. See, he's holding it like it's a staff. So the snake, why is it so important to the gods that are represented by Mercury? Why is it so important to Mercury? Why is the snake so important to Ashleysha? Nagas, the cobra, is a symbol of Kundalini power, cosmic energy, and slumber that is slumbering within man. It inspires seekers. Now, seekers, this is a very mercurial word because Mercury is always looking, is always searching for more information. So it inspires seekers to overcome the misdeeds and suffering by lifting the serpent power up the spine into God realization. So now we're looking at Virgo. Mercury is a planet that rules Virgo, and Mercury and Virgo rule the sixth house in astrology. Mercury and Virgo represent Mercury, Virgo, and the sixth house of your chart represent health and healing. It also represents conflicts, okay? Like I said before. So both Virgo and the sixth house, like I said, represent health and healing. And it's sometimes when you see Virgo, see in Virgo in this first picture, the Virgo the Virgin is holding a caduceus just like Hermes was holding, because it is showing the connection there. In the second picture, there's a snake and she's holding water, which really, really, I don't know who this artist is, but they really connect to the the Ashleysha, because Ashleysha is ruled by Mercury, but it's in the zodiac sign Cancer, which is ruled by water. So it has the snake and it has the water she's holding. And that's so important. And then we have in these last two pictures, Virgo the Virgin is holding wheat, which also represents health and healing. Okay. These Virgo the Virgin, like I said before, is represented by Mercury, which rules Ashleysha, which is the nakshatra that the new moon we just experienced on August 16th is in. Okay. So another thing that Mercury represents is the magician card in tarot. So we see here, let me get back to my notes. Okay, so um the magician card brings me back to what I said in the beginning of the video. How can you turn the venom that you could be experiencing in your life, you could be experiencing in your life into medicine? So the snake belt on the magician, or just the snake in any of these cards, um, it has no eyelids. And the no eyelids on the snake is referencing the all-seeing wisdom, and how important it is not to look away from uncomfortable truths. So I feel like if we're going to transform the venom that we could be experiencing in our lives into health, we have to be willing to look at truths that might not be comfortable for us. Mercury also corresponds to the Lover's card in tarot. And if you look at the snake in these cards, this is what it represents. It represents temptation, it represents lust, cunning, manipulation, and seduction. The snake in this card shares a lot of the same meanings as the nakshatra Ashleysha. So to sum it up, how can we turn venom into medicine? We have to be honest with ourselves about the thoughts, situations, and relationships that have us tangled up. Just like Mowgli in the Jungle Book, we have to, you see how he's, Ka, the snake in this picture, had him hypnotized. He wasn't able to see clearly, which is also a meaning of Ashleysha, is the effect of sight. So he's not able to see clearly because something has him manipulated, controlled, and tangled up. But Virgo, the zodiac sign that Mercury rules, reminds us to be grounded and realistic. And that is how we can get out of these entanglements that Ashleysha is showing us. Be honest about what has us tangled up and what has us hypnotized. And that is how we can get from tangled to empowered. Okay? That's what I have for you for this new moon. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll make sure I will get back with you and answer them for you. Enjoy this new moon season.